Let's we discuss SHM. SHM formula revision. SHM formula revision for NEET, JEE Mains as well as JEE Advanced. First concept in SHM is SHM or oscillation. First concept is difference between periodic motion and oscillation. What is difference between periodic motion and oscillation motion? For periodic motion only condition is time to complete a cycle must be same. This is only condition for periodic motion. But for oscillation motion there are many conditions. First condition is force must be restoring. Second one, this restoring force must be dependent on the displacement. And third one is geometrically body always traces same path during motion. Body always moves along a single path, or it means at a particular point during its motion, body must have two different directions of a speed at two different times. These are the basic conditions for oscillation. There are many examples of oscillation. Simple pendulum in free space or vacuum. Simple pendulum in free space or vacuum, or simple motion, simple pendulum in a dragging medium. These both are the examples of oscillation. Is circular motion an oscillation? Circular motion is not an oscillation. Because why circular motion is not an oscillation? First thing, body always moves along a single direction at a point, and also here force is not dependent on displacement. or geometrically at a point body always has same direction of motion, always have same direction of motion, so it's not an oscillatory motion. Second example is, suppose there are two inclined planes from the horizontal surface of earth at an angle alpha and beta. Body rolls down and goes up and again goes down and comes up on the other side. Is this motion oscillatory? Is this motion oscillatory? First thing, path is a single one. Path is a single one. Cycle is completing. Cycle is completing. At a point, body have both direction of motion. Both direction of motion. Because during going up, body goes also up and goes also down. So both direction motion body have. But fourth point that lacks with this example is that force is mg sine theta. Force is mg sine theta. We all know, if we place a mass on an inclined plane at an angle theta, only force acting along the incline is mg sine theta. Mg sine theta. So this force is not dependent on the displacement. This force is not dependent on the displacement. So it's not an oscillation. It's not an oscillation. If surfaces are smooth, this motion must be a periodic motion. Must be a periodic motion. Mathematical condition for oscillation. Mathematical condition for oscillation is restoring force must be dependent on displacement to the power odd number, where this odd number may be 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. So simplest oscillation where odd number equals to 1 is called an SHM. So what is condition for SHM? Condition for SHM is F equals to minus kx, or acceleration equals to minus kym into x, or in differential form d2x over dt square must be equals to minus kym into x. Or we can say d2x by dt square plus kym into x equals to 0. If we say k by m equals to omega square, condition comes out to be d2x by dt square plus omega square x equals to 0, where omega is under root k over m and time period is 2 pi over omega, so 2 pi under root m over k, and frequency we all know 1 over time, that equals to 2 pi under root k over m. These are the angular frequency, time period and simple frequency relation. Relation is omega equals to 2 pi by t equals to 2 pi f. SHM B geometrical condition for SHM is that body always moves along a straight line. SHM may be are of two types: linear SHM and angular SHM. In linear SHM, we generally represent f equals to minus kx as the condition, where in angular motion f is replaced by torque minus k and x is replaced by theta. Here acceleration equals to minus k by m into x. Here alpha equals to minus k by I into theta. Acceleration equals to minus omega square x, and here alpha equals to minus omega square theta. So these are the conditions. In this linear SHM, omega is under root k by m. But in case of angular SHM, omega is k over I. So time period is 2 pi by omega, that equals to 2 pi under root I over k. Now we are discussing simple pendulum as linear SHM. Suppose there is a simple pendulum and we displace body by some angle theta. So force acting on this body we all know, mg here downward, this angle is theta. So mg component comes out to be mg cos theta. Here the force is mg sin theta. Here direction t balances the mg cos theta. So only restoring force is mg sin theta. So f equals to minus mg sin theta. Minus sign why? Because we taken theta anti-clockwise and force is acting clockwise sense. Minus mg sin theta. So if we consider this distance as x and this length as L, So what is sine theta? Sine theta is x over L. So minus mg x over L. So F equals to ma from Newton's second law minus mg x over L. M gets cancelled out. A equals to minus g over L into x. So this term is omega square. So omega is under root g over L and time is 2 pi over omega. That comes out to be 2 pi under root L over g. So this is the time period for simple pendulum. What happens if we consider simple pendulum as an angular SHM? If we consider simple pendulum as an angular acceleration, we have to take torque. This angle, this length is L, this angle is 90 degree. So torque about O is mg sine theta into L and direction is negative. And we all know torque equals to I into alpha. So alpha is what? Alpha is minus mg L over I into sine theta. As theta is small, because if theta is small, then only path will remain a straight line. So alpha is what? Alpha is minus mg L over I into theta. What is this? This is omega square. And what is omega? Omega is under root mg L over I. So what is time? Time period is 2 pi over omega. That equals to 2 pi under root I over mgl. So this is general formula for a pendulum, either simple or complex. T equals to 2 pi under root I over mgl. General formula for pendulum. Either it is simple or complex. If we consider simple pendulum as linear SHM, time period comes out to be 2 pi under root L over G. If simple pendulum as angular SHM, T is 2 pi under root I by mgl. Why the difference? There is no difference. If we put values of I is ml square, mgl, gets cancelled, L gets cancelled. So 2 pi under root L by G. Both formula are the same. So not the different one. So we have achieved a general formula for simple pendulum is that if the ball is fixed and there is a string, massless string, and there is a bob of mass m, then length is L, time is 2 pi under root L over G. What will happen if this roof is not the fixed? If roof is not the fixed, what will happen? Suppose This ceiling is accelerating upward with an acceleration a naught, and there is a simple pendulum. Now what will be the time period for this type of pendulum? What will be the time period for this type of pendulum? Basically, in previous problem, we have calculated the T and downward force is mg. So T equals to mg, and we have used g, that is T over m. So we have to use T over m for all the cases. Means T time period here tension time period is 2 pi under root L by g is what? Tension by mass. Tension by mass is a factor that is useful. So here if we apply Newton's law, tension is T, weight is mg. Applying Newton's law, T minus mg equals to ma naught. Tension is T dash. So T dash is what? M into g plus a naught. So what is T dash over m? T dash over m is g plus a naught. So what is time? Time is under root L over g plus a naught. So answer is g plus a naught. What will happen if simple pendulum, this point is accelerating in this direction by a naught? What will be the time period? What will be the time period for this condition? Suppose there is an observer just placed here. So this observer must apply a pseudo force here, ma naught, and here a force mg. So now the string will become inclined one. So a string goes like this, and there is a force pseudo ma naught. This force is mg. Resultant of this one goes here to balance the tension force, and this force is what? M under root g square plus a naught square. So what is T? T is m under root g square plus a naught square. So what is tension over mass? Tension over mass is under root g square plus a square. So what is time period? Time period is 2 pi under root L over tension over mass. So what is time period? 2 pi under root L over under root g square plus a naught square. So this is our required time period in this case. What will happen if a simple pendulum of length L, mass m, accelerate with an acceleration a, making an angle alpha? What will happen? If we taking components of acceleration, a naught, this comes out to be a naught cos alpha and a naught sin alpha. So if we place an observer on exactly at this point, this observer is a non-inertial frame of reference. So with respect to that observer, there are pseudo forces corresponding to each component of acceleration. One component here is a naught cos alpha. So pseudo force backward direction is ma naught cos alpha, and another pseudo force is ma naught sin alpha, and body mass is mg, weight is mg, and tension is T. Now the string goes like this, and forces are ma naught cos alpha, and downward force is ma naught sin alpha plus z. So from parallelogram vector addition, resultant here is m under root a naught cos alpha का square plus a naught sin alpha plus z की whole square, and this is balanced by the tension T dash. So what is T dash? T dash is what? M under root. What is T dash? M under root a naught cos alpha square plus a naught sin alpha plus z square. So after calculation, squaring a naught square cos square sin square alpha is 1, so a naught square z square to a naught z sin alpha. So what is T dash over m here? T dash over m is under root a naught square z square to a naught z sin alpha. So what is the required time period? Required time period in this case is 2 pi under root L over under root a naught square plus z square plus 2a naught z sin alpha. So this is the required answer. Now we are discussing effect of simple pendulum. Effect of simple pendulum effect on simple pendulum of different surroundings. First case we are discussing that suppose there is a lift or elevator going upward and there is a simple pendulum length L. What is the time period? Easily we can apply. If we place an observer inside, this observer is non-inertial, so apply a pseudo force ma0, mg also acting downward and tension is T upward, so T is balanced by ma0 plus mg. So T is what? T is ma0 plus z. So what is T over m? T here is the tension, T dash is the tension, so a0 plus z. So what is the time period? Time period is what? 2 pi under root L over tension over mass. So 2 pi under root L over, what is tension over mass here? Here tension over mass is a0 over z. So a0 plus z. So this is the required time period. So if we change the direction of the elevator, if direction of elevator is accelerating downward, what will be the time period? So here will be a negative sign for this. And for constant speed we all know a0 comes out to be 0, so simple time period 2 pi under root L over z. This will be valid. What will happen if we place a simple pendulum like this type of vehicle, and vehicle is accelerating along an horizontal surface? If we place observer inside, this is a non-inertial observer, so applying pseudo force ma0 mg. So due to this pseudo force, now a string will incline by some unknown angle alpha. So here pseudo force is ma0, downward force is mg. Using parallelogram theorem we can calculate the resultant force ma0 square plus z square. Tension is balanced by this force. So what is tension? Tension is tension is T dash. So T dash is what? M under root a0 square plus z square. So what is T dash over m? T dash over m is under root a0 square plus z square. So what is time period? Time period is 2 pi under root L over tension over mass. So the required time period is 2 pi under root L divided by a0 square plus z square. So this is our required time. Now in the next example, suppose there is an inclined plane making an angle alpha, and suppose there is an there is a rectangular box, surface is a smooth, and we placed a simple pendulum. We placed a simple pendulum and just released. What will be the time period? What will be the time period? What will be the time period? If we place an observer inside the frame, this frame is non-inertial. This observer is non-inertial, and we all know if surface is a smooth, acceleration of all body along the surface is g sin alpha. So this apply a pseudo force mg sin alpha. Also we know a component of weight is mg sin alpha, and other component of weight is mg cos alpha. So mg sin alpha gets cancelled. Only one component exists. Only one component exists, and that component is mg cos theta. So body have only two forces, tension and mg cos theta. So tension is balanced by mg cos theta. What is T dash over m? T dash over m is g cos theta. So time period comes out to be, what is the time period? Time period comes out to be 2 pi under root L over tension over mass. So what is tension over mass here? Tension over mass is g cos theta. Tension over mass is g cos theta. Suppose simple pendulum circulated like a conical pendulum. Here in this type, given a motion like this. So what will be the time period in this case? What will be that? Length is L, mass is m. So if we take a side view of this one force is mg, this radius is r, this tension is T, and so if this angle is theta, this angle is also theta. So tension component is T dash cos theta and T dash sin theta. T dash sin theta is balanced by mb square by r, centripetal force, and T dash cos theta is what? T dash cos theta is mg. In another sense, if we place a non-inertial observer on the same body, if we place an observer at the same point, this will apply a pseudo force, centrifugal force, that will be mv square by r, and there is another force mg, and there is a tension. So what is tension? What is tension here? Tension is the resultant of this one. Tension is the resultant of this one. So T is what? M under root g square plus v square by r ka whole square. So what will be the time period? Time period comes out to be 2 pi under root L over T dash over m. T dash over m is what? Under root g square plus b square by r ka whole square. So this is our required time period. Now suppose there is a surface that is inclined at an angle theta, and here is a simple pendulum making some oscillation with an angle beta. What will be the time period? Simple. Time period is 2 pi under root L over z. But now if we connect to a string together, and there is a plane like this length is L, this length is L, what will be the time period for this type of simple pendulum? We all know this will oscillate in a plane that is in the form of a cone, and that will make a circular shaded region. Body will go round like this, and here centripetal force is toward the center, that is balanced by external force of the weight component. Suppose weight is mg and this length is L, so all angles are 45 degree. So this weight is mg cos 45 degree, and as know this length is L, so this length is L. What is this angle is 45, so what is this length? This length is L over root 2. And resultant of all the tensions acting in the strings are along this center T dash. So what is T dash? T dash is mg cos 45, and what is L effective? Here L effective is also changing, that is L by root 2. So what is T dash over M? T dash over M is G over root 2. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So what is the time period in this case? Time period is 2 pi under root L effective over Z effective. So 2 pi under root L effective is L over root 2, and what is Z effective? What is Z effective? Z over root 2. So root 2 gets cancelled, and answer remains as the earlier one, 2 pi under root L over Z. But if taken length L1, L2 and plane are like this, making some angle alpha, beta, and this mass is M, what will be the time period in this case? We all know effective length will be decided by the cones that it made during the, if we consider a complete or full oscillation, and that will be a planar circular, and resultant of all tensions are along this line, and that is balanced by the weight component. What is weight component here? Must be decided. Here angle is alpha, so alpha, here 90 minus alpha, so this angle is alpha. So here mg is either mg cos alpha, and so tension components are balanced by mg cos alpha, and we can also say this angle is beta, this angle is 90, and this angle is 90 minus alpha, this angle is 90 minus alpha, this angle is 90 minus beta, 90 minus alpha, so cos 90 minus alpha, so cos 90 minus alpha. So what is T dash? T dash over M is G sin alpha, cos 90 minus alpha is G sin alpha. Also L1 sin alpha equals to L2 sin beta, that is perpendicular length or effective length. Effective length is L2 sin beta or L1 sin alpha. So what will be the time? Time is 2 pi under root L effective over Z effective. So what is L effective? L effective is L1 sin alpha. L effective is L1 sin alpha divided by, what is Z effective? Z effective is G sin alpha. So alpha gets cancelled and time comes out to be L1 over Z. L1 over Z.